title in stall 9. She's just waiting her time, and now they're about right to go. Off. Tennessee Midnight didn't begin all that well after that. Queen was away quickly, and Bromister got away fast with Brown Limestone. Exact showing pace. Also Foxtrot and Pinteri Amber down near the outside rail. As they settled down, Flash Trash had got in behind them with Induce, and as they came along now towards the 700 metre mark, Undercover is changing course from flat side heading out Grandstand. On the flat at the 600 metres, and Miss Denmark showed them a clean pair of hills, well clear from Swansea second. White Hart Lane is third, followed by behind those Rory's Fantasy, and All Alight is last of the 5, only down on the flat side rail. Foxtrot under the whip as the leader out here. Tennessee Midnight coming after it, followed by Undercover in the middle of the course, and then Bromister Brown Limestone, followed by Queen not going on. Miss Denmark is well clear on the flat side, but on the Grandstand side here it's Tennessee Midnight racing to the lead, and Tennessee Midnight and Miss Denmark lead Foxtrot, but Tennessee Midnight on the Grandstand is all too good, and Tennessee Midnight wins it well first up, beating Foxtrot second, and Miss Denmark has spaced them over on the flat side and has run third. Then came Undercover, which has done a good job crossing one side to the other. In behind those horses to finish in the race then was Flash Trash, followed by Brown Limestone and Miss Bikini, and then came Pinteri Amber. Over on the other side of the course then we had Rory's Fantasy and All Alight, followed by White Hart Lane. Swansea was well back in the field to finish, followed by Induce. Showing some pace but weakening was Bromister towards the end, was Queen, and one of the last to go over the line there was Exact. Set to go, and they're off and racing immediately, and Whistler missed it on the outside. First out, Blue Murder from My Grenadier. Salem's Tip got away well with Monolith going forward. Lavros Pete wide out is going towards the front as well as they settle down. He's finding the lead. At the 1600 metres, Lavros Pete in front of My Grenadier. Bombaleo is improving on the outside, now gets up into second placing. In behind them is Monolith in the red and black colours settling down fourth, and they're followed by Guidance. A length and a half Salem's Tip outside Blue Murder, followed by Dambuster, Jabali and Whistler last of all. Lavros Pete is the leader, heading out to the 1200 metres, just the leader, about a neck clear from Bombaleo. And on the outside is Guidance travelling 3 deep, 2 lengths to My Grenadier, fourth on the inside, and they're followed then by Monolith with Dambuster a length away out wide. Blue Murder a half back on the inside, and then Salem's Tip, followed by Whistler, and last is Jabali. Lavros Pete just the leader, but now headed off by Guidance. Pace hasn't been hard, and Guidance boots around the outside at the 800 to take over the running from Lavros Pete. They quicken the tempo. Bombaleo a length and a half away in third placing. My Grenadier's had the best run of the lot of them on the inside, being followed by Monolith, one to Dambuster, one to Salem's Tip. Blue Murder over on the inside, followed by Whistler niggled at, and Jabali under the whip, and last as they corner, where Guidance in front of Lavros Pete the inside, Bombaleo next. In behind those horses, My Grenadier with Monolith pulled to the outside, and then Salem's Tip under the whip, followed by Whistler. At the 350 metre mark now, Monolith hit the front from Bombaleo. Salem's Tip trying to get into the clear, and Whistler sprinting fast has raced to them now, and Whistler took the lead from Monolith. Salem's Tip getting off their heels is starting to come home. Whistler in front. Salem's Tip is after it, 100 out. Whistler the leader. He's a length in front of Salem's Tip. They're running it towards the outside. Whistler in front. Whistler won it by a head to Salem's Tip. 2.5 lengths to Monolith holding third from Blue Murder, and then Jabali and My Grenadier, a gap to Bombaleo. Guidance and Dambuster with Lavros Pete last of all. They're set to run 1400 for the third. Jingle Bells stood well. All clears through and they're off. And Nakuma a little slow to move, and Visual Displays dropped out at the tail end early with Confer, and Ruralism was the first out ahead of Fellowship, which jumped into stride quickly as they settle down. Lady Julie's gunning for the lead as well. Settling now, Chiming Lass is going forward with Archangel on the outside. Pace of plenty. Lady Julie the Grey settling in front, Archangel a half length away. Chiming Lass third outside, Ruralism on the rails. 2 lengths to Amnesia Fellowship, followed by Love's Choice the outside. 2 to 3 lengths further back is Jingle Bells on the inside of Fortunata as they came down the side. Then Chow Baby improving but out wide, followed by Confirm Mrs Bentley a good way back. Faith is going forward round the outside on the green colours. Nakuma well back, and Visual Displays is last. Lady Julie at the 600 round the turn in front of Archangel the outside. Chiming Lass is third, and Ruralism just behind them's had a sweet run. Love's Choice on the outside called on for her run, and then Fellowship followed by Jingle Bells. Chow Baby and Faith is next with Fortunata with the job ahead of her. confer at the 300 metres. There's the gap in the field for Ruralism, and she sprints quickly and goes to the lead down on the inside from Archangel Fellowship. Chow Baby coming down the outside. Ruralism is the leader. Fellowship after it with Chow Baby, and Visual Displays is swapping them from last. Chow Baby hit the lead. Visual Displays after her. Visual Displays, Chow Baby, they hit the line. Could go either way, this Chow Baby or Visual Displays, clear of Fellowship third, and then Faith, which ran on strongly, followed by Ruralism, who just couldn't quite run the trip, and then Mrs. Bentley. Back behind those to finish Jingle Bells, Fortunata, Love's Choice, and then Confer, the tiring Lady Julie with Amnesia towards the tail, Archangel, Nakuma, and Chiming Lass dropped out to finish last. The Myer plate, set to go, and they're off. And the Greys came out as one, with Just Nelson, one of the first to bounce out. Ancona Edition down on the inside. Jumpwell is going forward, and Silver Seraphim on their outside. Stockwatch goes forward quickly through the first 200, and he finds the lead. And it's Stockwatch settling in front now from Ancona Edition. A length and a half to Just Nelson. One to Busy Toy fourth. A length further back is Silver Seraphim. Two to Glass Cutter on the outside of Bold Front, with Lorenzo around them. Then 2 lengths to Keelan and 3 lengths to Mighty Ming. Stockwatch the leader, and he runs down the side near the 850. A length and a half to Just Nelson and Ancona Edition. 2 Silver Seraphim in fourth placing outside Busy Toy. They're followed then by Glass Cutter out 3 wide from Lorenzo and Bold Front. 1 to Keelan, and a length and a half or 2 to Mighty Ming as the 10 Greys swing around the home turn. 550 metres to go, and it's the favourite balancing in front for Damien Oliver. Stockwatch round the turn, 2 lengths in front of Ancona Edition. He leaves the fence and comes out a little wide on the leader. Then Just Nelson, followed by Silver Seraphim. Pop the big question down the outside, and Busy Toy through on the rail. Stockwatch in front at the 300 metres. He's being tackled all over the place. Just Nelson on the outside. Wider at Silver Seraphim and Ancona Edition. Just Nelson takes the lead. Stockwatch fights back 100 out. Clear of Silver Seraphim. It's Just Nelson about a neck in front from Stockwatch, who can't rally. And Just Nelson draws on. Just Nelson beats Stockwatch. Silver Seraphim is third, and they're followed by Busy Toy and Glass Cutter. Behind them were Mighty Ming, who came from last, and then Bold Front and Ancona Edition with the break in the field to Little Keelan, who found the weight beyond him, and Lorenzo was last to greet the judge in the Myer plate. Comes up to stall number 7. The toppy for Damien Oliver is locked away. Light flashing, they're set. Racing, North East Sheila out fairly in the middle of the line. Chardonnay and Ice and Minerva got away fast. Faithful Love coming. They're all going to come to the grandstand side here. Minerva and Turlington sharing the pace out there. In behind them, Faithful Love and Turinga. Chardonnay and Ice went forward to sit prominent. Deep out on the course there, Deadwood Stage working up towards the leaders, and Heaps of Fun and Brooks Express close to the middle of the track. North East Sheila just inside them. Porter Rocker is following her as they settle down. Manahai Miss has got a fair way back, and so is Happy Spring and Arctic Bite as one of the last, and Dot the Eyes would be last, coming closest to the middle of the track. They've gone by the 600 metres. They are right across the track. Turlington and Minerva near the outside rails. Chardonnay and Ice, Deadwood Stage in the middle. Heaps of Fun right down the centre of the course, and North East Sheila just inside it. Porter Rocker getting off heels, coming home fairly well. They're getting down towards about the 250 metre mark now, and here Heaps of Fun has taken the slender lead. Minerva's coming at it hard, and Faithful Love in the centre. Porter Rocker on the far side. 4 across the track. Minerva, Faithful Love, Heaps of Fun, Porter Rocker, 100 out. Nothing between the 4 of them. Faithful Love going home a shade the better with Porter Rocker. Faithful Love wanted ahead, Porter Rocker. Close for third. It's between Heaps of Fun and Minerva. Clear of Dot the Eyes, followed further back by Turinga, Turlington, Manahai Miss and Spice Doll. Back behind those to finish in the race, North East Sheila, Manahai Miss, Arctic Bite, Chardonnay and Ice and Happy Spring, with Brooks Express towards the end of the field, and Deadwood Stage dropping out to finish last. I see into the favourite, all blue colours, drawn 9 at $2.90. Off they go. She began pretty well towards the outside there and wants to snag in behind them for some cover early as Danglissa pounced on the front immediately. And down to the post the first time, Danglissa led. Dame Telek, the Golden Dane, dropped onto the fence in third placing, followed by Smites' Rivalry. Next, Samaro as they head towards the turn out of the straight. Beat the Fade on the inside about middle of the field. 2 lengths to Madame Plume, a length and a half Shazoo, 2 to My Sienna, 3 to Tributes, and a length and a half to Normandy last of all. and the pace genuine at the 2000 set by Danglissa. She's a little over a length clear. Dame Telek is second. 2 lengths to Golden Dane, 3 lengths to Smites' Rivalry. 2 lengths further back is Beat the Fade on the inside of Shamaro. 3 lengths to Madame Plume on the outside of Shazoo. A further 2 lengths break in the field to My Sienna. 2.5 to 3 lengths further back is Tributes, and 3 lengths to Normandy. Well, there might only be 11 runners, but they are well strung out. And at the 1600 metres, a strong tempo set by Danglissa. She's going to lead into the back, a couple of lengths clear. Running second, Dame Telek. The Golden Dane on the rails third. 2.5 lengths to the grey Smites' Rivalry, followed by Beat the Fade, Shamaro on her outside, and Madame Plume's taking off round the outside quickly now. 2 lengths Shazoo. The pace has slackened a bit. A length to My Sienna, 3 lengths to Tributes, and 4 lengths to Normandy last of all. Danglissa in front with Madame Plume moving up quickly to sit at her girth now. Danglissa fired up again and went clear by a length and a quarter on her. Madame Plume second, Dame Telek third, the Golden Dane on the rails. A length Shamaro, followed by Smites' Rivalry. A neck away on the inside of it came Beat the Fade. A length and a half then to My Sienna. She's only 6 or 7 from the leader. Behind her Shazoo, Tributes, and about 5 lengths to Normandy, who can't tack onto the field. At the 800 metres, Danglissa in front of Dame Telek. Madame Plume's gone very quickly on the outside. Shamaro got to third. The Golden Dane waits on a run just behind them. She's had a cosy run all the way. Beat the Fade follows her through on the inside. My Sienna asked for the big run, is starting her run around the outside as they corner. Beat the Fade pushes into the clear at the top of the straight where Danglissa is the leader. Danglissa, who tries to do it all, leads into the straight. Shazoo has come out after her off her heels and is coming home. My Sienna's coming down the outside with the Golden Dane, and now Tributes is joining in. My Sienna at the 300 has raced up and gone to the lead with Shazoo. Tributes on their outside is starting to close. It's Shazoo and My Sienna locked together with Tributes on the outside. My Sienna and Shazoo, and Tributes closing now. Tributes is racing up greenly to grab the lead, and Tributes is going to win it by a half a length, and Darren Gouchy loved it. My Sienna second, Shazoo third. A gap in the field to the Golden Dane and Smites' Rivalry. Well back is Dame Telek, and Danglissa Beat the Fade, followed further back by Shamaro, and then came Normandy, and Madame Plume is last to win. Tributes has taken it out for the Gouch. For John Hawkes and the Woodland. All in. Set to run now. The Decorator and Another Marauder have gates 1 and 2. Good advantage at the 1800 here. They're jetting in with Collins Street. Off now. Merlin's Law's missed the start a couple of lengths to grey. Another Marauder out well, and so too is Treville in the early part with the Decorator pushing up along the fence. Bridgehouse is prominent early. Van Halen goes forward as well, and Coup de Grace is up there too. As they go to the 1500 metres now, and the Decorator holding onto the inside. Coup de Grace is around it. Van Halen deeper out. Bridgehouse and the green cutters settling off them fourth. A length further back in the field is Treville going up along the inside, and 2 lengths to Baron Chelly, Mr Millennium. A length and a half, Another Marauder and National Bid. 2 lengths Educate over on the inside, being followed by Lady Solville. 2 lengths to Garnier, followed by Collins Street. A length to Zealy Lad. Korchnoi next to last, and Merlin's Law is last of all. Coup de Grace the leader as they head to the 1000 metres. 3/4 clear Van Aden. A length the Decorator having a good run third on the inside of Bridgehouse. A length Baron Chelly in the orange colours, followed by Treville on the inside. Mr Millennium is around it. 1 further back is National Bid. Another Marauder on the rails. Lady Solville, it's outside at the 800, and then came Educate, Garnier. Korchnoi switching through on the inside of Merlin's Law. Collins Street and Zealy Lad bring up the rear as they thunder around the turn at the 600, and it's Coup de Grace in front of Van Halen second. Bridgehouse on the outside third. In behind those horses is Treville and the Decorator, who's under a little pressure as they corner. Korchnoi getting up along the inside as saving ground. Then Mr Millennium out wide, and Baron Chetty with Educate, and Garnier is the deepest runner at the 300. Coup de Grace is tackled by Van Halen and Treville in the centre. Korchnoi over on the inside, still coming home fairly well. And here's Collins Street down the outside. It's sprinting hard from last and swapping them. Collins Street has raced up and gone to the lead from Korchnoi and Treville, and Collins Street is streaking away. Collins Street wins it well from Korchnoi second. Photo third might be Merlin's Law, which has been a big run from Treville. Then Educate and Garnier from Van Halen, followed further back by Another Marauder, and Coup de Grace trailed further back in the field by the Decorator, who was struggling at the turn. Mr Millennium, Baron Chelly, National Bid, Zealy Lad, Bridgehouse, and Lady Solville has finished last of all. They're all in. Off now. Fahrain began okay down towards the stall number 3. She recovers and she's out after the lead early, where Dantelar pinged away fast. Dantelar, the grey, found the rail in front of Fahrain. Just behind them is Flavour, who didn't jump well but is improving outside Toledo Kidman's Cove. Charm Scene Land follows the pace, and Mastic and Spargo the last couple. They're by the 800 metres now, and Dantelar, the flying grey, against the rail leads. Fahrain is close enough there. She's in second placing, and Toledo is easing off her heels to the middle of the track. In behind them, Kidman's Cove with good cover early. Charm Scene Land on the rail, followed by Flavour, and in behind those horses are Spargo and Mastic as they head towards the 400. And it's Dantelar in front. Fahrain is right there, only a neck away and about to let loose. They're followed by Toledo, Charm Scene Land, and then came Kidman's Cove and Spargo getting to the middle of the track. The chips are down now. Fahrain at the 200 moved up to Dantelar, and they sprint away on Charm Scene Land, but the flying filly Fahrain dashed past Dantelar, who tries to rally. Fahrain's a length in front of Dantelar, and Fahrain, this is a super filly. Fahrain brilliantly from Dantelar. Charm Scene Land third, Mastic fourth, and then Toledo, Kidman's Cove, Flavour, and Spargo as last of all. Set for the last in front of 83,870, a record Oaks Day crowd. Off in the Women's Day Cup, and Hetty Lane was one of the first out. Our Grades has again missed the start about 3 lengths or so. Palladium Star got away well in the early stages with Atomic Man and Straight Clip, and there's Norway Star with a rush after 200 going to the lead. Norway Star took up the running from Atomic Man and Straight Clip. Sterling Knight is holding fourth outside Hetty Lane, and Palladium Star between them handy. 2 lengths further back in the field, then Gold Robe, followed by Ruling Regent. They put the brakes on up front. Then came Chief Red Eye, followed by one man out, King Zafar, recommittal, Go With The Flow. Ekalaka is next to last, and Our Grades last of all by the 1,000. Norway Star in front. Straight Clip is second. Sterling Knight trapped out 3 deep. A length Atomic Man and the Yellow Colours on the inside of Palladium Star, fifth on the outside. 2 lengths to Gold Robe, 1 Hetty Lane. Ruling Regent, followed by one man out. A length further back, Chief Red Eye over on the inside of Go With The Flow. Recommittal's a fair way back in that bunch of horses with King Zafar. Next to last is Ekalaka, and Our Grades whipped the field in as they came round the corner. Straight Clip had moved up to join Norway Star. Sterling Knight's been working in the pink cap 3 deep. In behind them is Atomic Man waiting for an out, and so is Palladium Star needing an out. He's going okay, but just can't get a crack at them properly at the moment. And Ruling Regent coming down the outside. Norway Star, there's the run for Palladium Star. Straight Clip is after the leader though. Now Palladium Star straightened up, is coming home better. It's Palladium Star racing to the lead. Ruling Regent on his outside, and then Atomic Man and Norway Star. Palladium Star from Ruling Regent. Palladium Star in front and wins it from Ruling Regent. Ekalaka came home strongly, I think, grabbed third from Atomic Man, Our Grades, and Sterling Knight. Close up there too was one man out, and a blanket finish behind these were Recommittal. In behind them then Norway Star, followed by Hetty Lane, and then King Zafar, Chief Red Eye, Go With The